You guys been getting a little bored, so I don't want to take much of your time because I'm ready to get on the court too. So let's enjoy tonight.
Welcome back, you guys. And throughout LeBron James's career, he's had a number of seasons where you probably said, wow, this is the best basketball he has ever played. It feels like LeBron has had 3 primes, and it got me thinking, which LeBron James season is the best version of LeBron? Some people might debate what is the best version of Windows for their PC, so why not do it for basketball? I got this idea from Shea Serrano's book called Basketball and Other Things. He has a chapter in there about which Michael Jordan season is the best version of Jordan, so I thought, why not do one for LeBron? Keep in mind, I will be factoring in regular season per game stats, some advanced stats, playoff performance, and just overall performance. Right now, through the first 2 months of the season, LeBron is putting up some of the best numbers he has ever had, but I can't factor in this year onto the list because the season just hasn't finished yet. It's only December. When you get to the end of the video, let me know if you agree or disagree with the LeBron year I chose as his best. Definitely get in the comment box and let me know your reasoning of why a certain year is the best version of LeBron. I will be doing a video just like this for Kobe and Dwayne Wade, so make sure to subscribe if you have not subscribed yet to keep up with the videos I will be doing like this in December. So let's go into the first LeBron year I think is notable, which is not on the thumbnail. First on the list, we have the 2008-2009 season. Not only was this LeBron's first MVP season, it was also his first season being selected to an all-defensive team. That year, he finally got league-wide recognition for his defensive play. Not to mention, he led the Cavs to the NBA's best record. Cleveland won 66 games and were 3rd in defensive rating. This was a very good defensive team. Now, if you check his advanced numbers from that 2009 season, he put up some of the best advanced numbers of his career. It was his highest season ever in PER with 31.7. He had the most offensive win shares, defensive win shares, and overall win shares over a season for his career. Not to mention, he had a 59% true shooting percentage, and to put that true shooting percentage in perspective with the rest of the league, Steve Nash, who was one of the best shooters to ever play basketball, had a 61% true shooting percentage. So LeBron was shooting very efficiently from the field that year compared to the rest of the league. But what makes this year great is that he was amazing in the 2009 playoffs. That conference finals against the Orlando Magic had some of his most memorable plays. After sweeping the Pistons and the Hawks in the first 2 rounds, LeBron put up 38 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists on 49% shooting in 6 games against the Magic. He scored over 40 points 3 times in this series. You would think putting up numbers like that would be enough to get to the finals, but it was not enough to get past Dwight Howard and the Magic. The Cavs had trouble defending Dwight in the post, and when they doubled, Dwight would kick it out to somebody for a 3-point shot. In Game 1 versus Orlando, LeBron was playing like someone ready to make his second finals appearance. He scored 49 points, shot 20 of 30 from the field, dished out 8 assists, and blocked 3 shots. LeBron had so many dunks specifically this year where he just destroyed the rim.
Kept alive by West, 3-on-1 develops. James with the stop.
I don't know which year is peak athletic LeBron, but this is definitely one of them. LeBron also led the league that year in triple doubles with 7, and we were very close to a Lakers-Cavs NBA Finals. This was definitely one of LeBron's best seasons. Now let's go into one of his years in Miami. Next up, we have the 2012-2013 season, the year LeBron won his 4th MVP and put up one of the greatest individual seasons we have ever seen. He averaged his usual 26 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists per game, but what made this season great was his efficiency. He shot 56% from the field and shot 40% at the 3-point line. With guys like Ray Allen, Shane Battier, Mario Chalmers, Mike Miller, and Chris Bosh spacing the floor, LeBron took full advantage of that extra room and was able to dominate in the post. This season was probably the peak of the Big Three era in Miami. They led the league with 66 wins, were 1st in offensive rating, 7th in defensive rating, and went on a 27-game winning streak in February and March. Check these stats LeBron dropped in the month of February, which was the month he sealed the MVP award up. He was putting up 29 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists on 64% shooting, 43% at the three-point line. And I know it says 2 losses there, but the Heat only lost 1 game that month. And LeBron's playoff performance, and specifically the NBA Finals against San Antonio, capped off an amazing regular season. To follow up on his first NBA championship, he beat the team that swept him out of his first NBA Finals appearance. In Game 6, the Spurs were up by double digits going into the fourth quarter, and it looked like the Spurs were going to secure another championship. But LeBron brought life back into the Heat with great defensive plays and a lot of post-up drives. And with the help of Chris Bosh and Ray Allen, the Heat were able to win Game 6. In Game 7, LeBron closed out the Spurs with 37 points, 12 rebounds, and he made 5 three-point shots. His advanced numbers were really good too. He had a 64% true shooting percentage, which was 3rd in the NBA. He picked up 19.3 win shares, which is the 2nd highest in his career in a season, and he posted a 31.6 PER, the 2nd best of his career. Again, that was one of the best individual seasons statistically ever, and one of the best I've ever seen in my lifetime. I would not be surprised if a lot of people picked this season, so let's go into the next one in Cleveland. Next up, we have the 2016 season, and statistically, this was one of LeBron's middle-of-the-road regular seasons. His advanced stats of 13.6 win shares, a true shooting percentage of 58, and a PER of 27.5 would probably be the best advanced numbers in a season for any other player, but we're talking about LeBron here, and compared to his other years, it was a middle-of-the-road regular season. He shot 30% at the three-point line, the lowest since his rookie year. But I am sure most of you guys know why this year is on the list, and it's for one reason: the 2016 NBA Finals. After losing to the Warriors in the 2015 Finals, LeBron fulfilled his promise to the city of Cleveland by bringing them a championship, and in true LeBron fashion, he did it in a way no one has ever done before. To win his 3rd championship and 3rd Finals MVP, LeBron led the Cavs back from a 3-1 deficit against a team that won 73 games with the NBA's unanimous MVP. He closed out the Warriors in Game 7 with a 27-point triple-double. His total averages for that series were almost 30 points, 11 rebounds, almost 9 assists on 49% shooting. Even though it wasn't an amazing regular season for LeBron standards, when you beat a team that was ranked number 1 in offense and number 4 in defense and broke the 96 Bulls record for wins in a season, it has to be included. Let's travel back to Miami and go into the next LeBron year. The 2011-2012 season, the year LeBron won his first championship in 5 games versus the Thunder, and he brought home his 3rd MVP. After losing to the Dallas Mavericks in the finals the year before, the Heat became a very different team the next year. They were running more lineups with Bosh at center, which opened up a lot more space on offense. LeBron picked up another All-NBA defensive first-team selection, and at the time, his field goal and 3-point shooting percentage were the highest it's ever been in his career. The Heat went 46-20 in the lockout year, and what bumps this season up the list is the playoff run. In the second round of the playoffs, the Heat were down 2-1 to the Pacers, and in Game 4, they were down at halftime. But LeBron scored 21 of his 40 points and grabbed 13 of his 18 rebounds in the second half. The Heat won the series 4-2. In the conference finals, after going down 3-2 to the Boston Celtics, LeBron saved his and the Big Three's legacy when he scored 45 points in Game 6 at TD Garden. And 2 days later in Game 7 versus Boston, he closed out the series by scoring 31 points and grabbing 12 rebounds in a game he played all 48 minutes in. Let's also not forget that the Heat were dealing with an injury to Chris Bosh in the middle of the playoffs and were playing Ronnie Turiaf and Joel Anthony at center, which ruined their spacing. Fast forward to the closeout game against the Thunder in the finals. LeBron scored 26 points, brought down 11 rebounds, and dished out 13 assists to secure the Heat's first championship in the Big Three era. Definitely a season you have to consider as his best because of how clutch he was in the playoffs, on top of an amazing regular season. His stats for that full postseason run were 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. Now for the last year we will talk about, let's travel back to his first stint in Cleveland. In the 2009-2010 year, LeBron would follow up his first MVP season with a second MVP. He was putting up 29 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds on 50% shooting. LeBron was basically putting up 38 and 7 with amazing efficiency on a team that won 61 games. LeBron was selected to his second all-defensive first team, and the Cavs as a team finished top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating. This was another all-time great regular season, and the advanced numbers were great, but what hurts this year a bit is the playoffs. After beating the Bulls in the first round, the Cavs lost to the Celtics in the second round in 6 games in a series that they were favorites. After going up 2-1, the Celtics held the Cavs below 90 points in the final 3 games. LeBron shot below 40% in those last 3 games. If you remember, he was dealing with an injury and his team really didn't play that well in the series. You can't just dismiss an all-time great regular season because of a playoff series, but that playoff series does hurt this season as being his best. There has been a lot of great LeBron years, and it feels like LeBron has had like 3 primes, to be honest. Those 5 seasons I believe are his best, but if I had to pick one year, it has to be his 2012-2013 season with the Miami Heat. It was his best combination of offensive efficiency and defense while securing a championship, a finals MVP, and regular season MVP. His efficiency that year was ridiculous. He was first All-NBA defense, hitting threes at an elite rate, and destroying teams in transition. Which season do you think is LeBron's best overall? Do you agree with me that it was his 3rd year with the Miami Heat that he played his best, or was it a different year? If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. Remember, I will be doing a video just like this for Kobe and D Wade in the coming days, so consider turning on notifications so you won't miss when I upload it. I will see you guys then.